So, today we are making tostadas. You get your corn tortilla, a little olive oil, in a hot cast iron pan. And all you need to do here is just partially cook them. You don't want them to get stiff because we're going to put them in these tostada pans. See how nice that works? So now that I've done that to all four, and notice these tostada molds, they work really nice and kind of hold your stuff in instead of a flat tostada. And the oven should be preheated to 400 degrees. So the tostadas, after I bake them for 5 minutes in these pans, you take them out. Get them out of the way. And these will go back in the oven on that little rack for another 5 minutes. At 400. And then they'll be perfect. So we have like 51 cup freezer bags with beans. We make beans in great big pots and cook like 10 pounds at a time, and then mark them and freeze them. Now here's the frozen chunk of beans in the pan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of water just to help it out. And I'll thaw them out. So when you make your pinto beans for a tostada, you can't just heat them up and throw them in and expect everything else to make the beans taste good with the tostada. So if you see here in the plate, we've got some onions, peppers, regular bell pepper, and manzano pepper, which are the ones that are orange. And then around the outside, as a garnish after the tostadas are made, we'll cut these cayennes up fresh and sprinkle them on the top of the tostada. So in a hot pan with about a tablespoon of olive oil, not yet, Mr. Cayenne. Just let that brown up a little bit. So as you can see, the onions and everything are browning up real nice. So this is about how far you want to take it. And as you see, we keep our corn also frozen in freezer bags, and we've got like 50 or 75 of those in there. And when corn's in season, we have a local farm that we always get our corn from, and we cut it off the cob and put it straight in the freezer. Don't get it wet, don't wash it, just put it straight in the freezer, and you can keep it all throughout the year. And it's way better than a canned corn where you got all the preservatives, and this is got a real crunchy texture to it, just like that was absolutely fresh. Little pepper, little salt. And you don't cook the corn very long. You want it to keep its natural crunch with its natural juices inside. And then I just toss it in the beans. As you can see, the beans look really nice. 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. A little more salt. A little more pepper. And I'll take them off the heat, set them aside now. So this is what the beans need to look like when they're ready to put on the tostada. Notice they got a bit of a shine, but there's no excess liquid in it. You don't want them too dry, you want them just right so that when they're in the tostada and you bite into it, it has that perfect slightly wet but not too wet feel. Okay. So first we throw in some beans. Alright. So better than trying to put cheese or something like that on top of your tostada, it's so much nicer to get different fresh vegetables chopped up. We have those 3 cayennes are chopped up there, of course they're red. And we have parsley
Cilantro.
and cilantro.
No parsley.
No parsley. Just 2 different piles of cilantro.
And some homegrown tomatoes.
And some, where are they at?
Right
Oh
here.
yeah, homegrown tomatoes. And they do look good. And then basically we just
Put the tomatoes on. Put the peppers on. Put the cilantro on. And there are your tostadas.
very nice. So there you have it. And we're really excited about these cayennes because they're blazing hot. And we have 3 of them chopped up between us. So, bon appetit, I guess.